Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for January the 29th through February the 4th. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. So if you have a dilemma or a question, or you're confused about something and you need advice, then get a personal reading. You can go to my website and check them out there, or you can email me and we can discuss what would best suit you. Now, this is for your sun, moon and rising. The information to the other videos are below, and that's in the show more section. And thank you so much for liking, sharing and commenting. I read every comment and I respond if it so requires a response. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So the first card that comes up for you is the Emperor, Sagittarius, and he is structure and order and organization, and I'm just getting organized. It's like I feel that you've got to I'm feeling that you need to organize your finances. This could be doing your taxes. It could be, I feel that you've got to organize your paperwork, whatever's going on. Something's going on, and I feel that you are going to get a notice, and I don't think it's a bad notice. I think this is good news. This is emotional. This is like a friendship, somebody coming up for you, or it's actually sometimes it's news about, this is texts and emails and really nice, wonderful news coming from friends, a deeper friendship kind of thing. This is like news. It could be news from a friend that's going to visit you from another country. That's probably somebody who's going to show up for you. Or somebody saying, oh, I'm going to come and visit you. That's what I'm getting for that. Now, this is about organizing everything before that happens, I think. That's what I'm getting with the Emperor. I'm getting structure. And this is rules and regulations, but definitely organize, declutter. Declutter. Someone's coming to visit you. You want to clean your place and make sure, clear out all the old stuff that you don't use anymore. It's like clear out closet, clear out the basement, clear out your storage unit. I couldn't get that word. Storage, usually if you've got stuff in storage, you don't need it. Get rid of it. Okay, so the next card that comes up for you is the Magician, right? So the Magician is this wonderful, magical energy that it's saying, when the Magician comes up, it's saying, listen, you've got everything. The Magician's come up in quite a few readings, actually. The Magician is saying you have the power and everything you need to create the life that you desire. Now, underneath that is the Five of Water, which indicates you don't believe this. You don't believe that you have the power to create the life that you want. You're over here believing that you can't have the life that you want, that it's not attainable, that you're looking at everything as, what you can't have, what's wrong with your life. It's kind of interesting because this has come up for a lot of people also in their readings this week. The Five of Water. It's like looking at it's crying over spilt milk, something you can't have, instead of looking at what you have got and what you can have. This is asking you to see the possibilities, and this is saying that you're only seeing what's wrong in the situation. So you're being asked to look at your glass as half full. Is focus on what you have, right? And be grateful for what you do have, because when you are in gratitude, the universe mirrors those feelings. Listen, I always say this, thoughts are electric and feelings are magnetic. So, as the law of attraction says, reach for a better feeling thought, because that will spark a feeling that you will feel better. So start focusing on what you have as opposed to what you haven't. The love you have, the possessions you have, the job you have. Even if you don't like it, you focus on the fact that it brings in money. Even if it's not enough, it's something until you get to another job that you're going to get. It's just, it's seeing the possibilities as opposed to, what's not working. Now, focus on what is working. The next cards that came up, there were 2 cards, right? So you've got the 8 of coins, which makes me think that you need to balance your finances. I feel that you need to balance your finances because it's causing you great pain. Now, I know this came up for you last week, but it was to do with your relationships. But I think that this is all coming out. But I have a feeling, look, you're being asked to balance, right? Balance your emotions, this is manifest, so this is really finances. Balance your finances. Are you being Sagittarius? Have you been spending a little too much recently, maybe? Rein it in because it's going to cause you pain. And I have a feeling, okay, you're probably spending money to avoid this pain, right? That's what I'm getting. You're spending money to avoid the pain. This is asking you to, you've got to cross your I's and dot your T's. You've really got to start looking at this stuff, this financial stuff. It's all to do with this deep pain that you've got going on underneath, right? That you haven't dealt with. But clarifying that is the 6 of air. And it's saying, look, it's saying that you're ready to make that journey. It's coming to an end. You can't deal with it anymore. So you're going to it's almost like you can no longer stay where you're at because it's too painful. You got to move on. It's about moving on. It's about getting in that ship, and it's uncharted waters. So it's a bit frightening. You're a bit in fear of going. Although you have to, because where you are now, it's not working. And you know that. So in the traditional tarot, this card, the boat has all these swords in it, right? But this is about sailing to greener pastures, to richer shores. Anything is better than where you're at now. This is about letting go and moving on, darling. And this is all about moving on this week anyway, because the eclipse is in Leo and it's the North Node. It's about going forward. It's about going forward no matter what. Listen, we don't know what's around the corner. Yes, it isn't fearful sometimes about not knowing what our future is. But you know what? In my experience, everybody ends up okay in the end anyway. Just, the journey, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, right? So it's about just keep going. And this is definitely saying keep going. Keep moving forward. This week is about movement, right? It's about moving forward. Listen, you have the Magician, right? And the Emperor is the ruler of all. He's the ruler of kings, right? He's a brilliant leader. I have a feeling that things are going to turn around for you, but you have to definitely be in this energy and believe that you have everything that you need to create the life that you desire. And, you've got to move on from that. You've got to move on from this pain. Don't avoid, I think you've avoided the pain for long enough. It's like, look at it and move on from it. It's time. Let it go. See the truth in the situation and get in that boat and sail away, darling. Sail away to greener pastures. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.